There are some concerned senators, some concerned agencies, and some concerned trolls more generally who are very concerned that Tesla's suspension is faulty and it's going to fail. Haven't you heard? It's they keep track of it. The service centers actually keep track of it. Yeah, of course they do. That's called paperwork. That's a thing businesses do. Let's get into how silly some of these claims can get. I'm Brian. Welcome to my Tesla weekend. Wanted to start with a huge thanks to @Brian's Address, B. Hans on X, who used my referral code to purchase his new baby. Looks just like mine. It's a Model Y in beautiful gray. Anyway, it's beautiful. You get all kinds of benefits for using a referral code, and I get a little bit of love for you using mine. I'm using my credits to purchase supercharger miles because I'm going to CES this week, and it's going to be exciting. I'm going to see Dr. Know-It-All and a bunch of other great folks. Looking forward to it. So let's get on to this story. This user, Frank Wang, Frank-Yan Wang, advice needed. 2 days ago, my wife and I experienced a severe accident in our Model Y. We were on the freeway on a rainy day when suddenly we lost control of the steering. Car is now severely damaged and sitting in the tow lot. We're awaiting a response from the insurance. Now I would click on it to go on, but he has since deleted this post because of all the reasons. But what he had said was, is it possible that my suspension failed? That it just went out on me while I was driving? Well, he explained the situation a bit more, and it doesn't sound like that's what happened. No, what happened is it sounds like he hydroplaned, like he wasn't paying enough attention, and he hydroplaned. Now, why would he not be paying attention? I mean, obviously you're going to pay attention, right? Well, Exhibit A, we've got this post here from Matthew Santoro. Thank you, Matthew, for finding this. This is a post he put up. Excellent companion with auto drive with Tesla. What are you watching there? What are you doing? That's not a safe way to drive. Now, the eye tracker will think you're looking forward because you are looking forward. That is not safe. That is not what you're supposed to do. Please don't do that. So I'm going to speculate, going out on a limb here, that he was not paying adequate attention to the road ahead. But that's not enough to make you lose control. Interestingly, we found another little nugget. Also, Matthew found this. I strongly recommend Les Schwab Tire Center fixing my leaky tire for free. Even refused to take a tip. In the contrast, Tesla refused to fix it for me and asked me to replace for new ones because my tread depth is less than 4 millimeters. Les Schwab said I can drive for another 10,000 miles before replacing. Well, it depends how you drive, Frank. Some people, if you drive aggressively enough, you'll only get 10,000 miles in total. I know people who drive hot rods in the ways hot rods love to be driven, who only get about 10, 15,000 miles. But this is November 7th. So 2 full months you went after Tesla told you to replace the tires. You were hydroplaning, my friend. You were hydroplaning. If suspension fails, do you know what to look for? Do you know what to look for at a car to say, this suspension has failed? I'll tell you, if the wheels are no longer pointed in the correct direction, if they're pointed too far out or cambered too far, it is not what you want. These wheels do not appear to have that kind of thing going on. They appear straight and flat and flush. Back wheels as well. The suspension does not appear to have failed even in the accident. No, that's a wet, wet road. You hydroplaned, my friend, and now you're upset. By the way, if you're going to do dangerous driving, maybe don't post it for your insurance company to find. I'd probably put money on someone being distracted by something and then overreacting or simply having autopilot on and hydroplaning. You have wet ground and a couple of sources of distraction, including this one. When you hear these outrageous claims, think about it. I saw another one just today. I'll see if I can find it. Okay, found it. What is the likelihood that this is a software issue? Matt had posted someone's claim. Nearly positive I totaled my plaid. I was in line for McDonald's. I tapped the accelerator to go 20 feet, and the car launched into the car parked in front of me. It would not stop or slow down, and it was not a scenario of slamming the pedals down. There was an error. It would not stop. Full-on launch mode. This was terrifying. All airbags were deployed, and I've never in my life felt this out of control. I had a service center appointment in the morning for an alert about adaptive cruise control not functioning properly and to stay below 91. I'm still in shock. I'd be in shock too. I'd be heartbroken. Your plaid's gone to a better place. I mean, any place other than McDonald's is probably a better place, but in this case, I don't know how much you're going to get that one back. A lot of people were asking. Right Crown asked some pointed questions. They're the kind of questions that deserve answers. You might interpret some of their comments to be negative toward Tesla, but they don't cross any lines, and I believe that they spur better discussion, so we're going to discuss them. The question was, I said, too many fail-safes. There's always an uncovered, this is always uncovered to be pedal misapplication, and people do this in all brands of cars. I have watched my own children learning to drive, take their foot off lay off the accelerator, slow down, and then think their foot's on the brake. That happens. It's easy to do in any brand of car. And I said, yeah, too many fail-safes. That's what I was thinking, but the service center appointment thing does seem important to consider. And I said, no, it doesn't, because I don't see how. If there was a fault with adaptive cruise, it doesn't default to launch mode. Launch mode takes time to get into. It fails safe. It will just not let you go too fast if a camera is out of alignment. The error is not, we're going to create a genuinely deadly, unavoidable situation. The brakes override everything all the time. They just do. They are a physical system. Any attempt to take control disengages autopilot. In order for any part of this to be true, there would have to be a cascade of failures all piling up on top of each other to get you partway there, but it would still not explain the entire story. We've seen this story before with Tesla, with other brands, and it's always the same conclusion: pedal misapplication. The woman may have just hit the accelerator too hard, then mistakenly hit it again in an attempt to hit the brakes. Solid hypothesis. See? While he's saying, isn't the service center worth considering? He's also saying, no, that makes sense. So that's why, you know what? Oh, I'm already following. Well, there you go. I was gonna follow you again. Show replies. Yeah. And then there was a argument of people arguing who was more polite, which is wonderful to see on social media and exceptionally rare. So these claims are easy to make and impossible to kill. You can refute them. You can refute them all day. And sometimes I do that. I've got more videos coming out about NEO and all the nonsense surrounding it, because the people who need to hear the message the most will not listen. They've got a decision they've made in their head and they are not backing down. And that's unfortunate for them, because when you're an investor, it is incumbent upon you to keep your eyes wide open. You have to. I'm not mad as a Tesla investor. I'm not mad to see others succeed. And I'm not incapable of recognizing the successes of others. I have said very few bad things about BYD, and I have no contact with them. I've never been approached by them. I've never been sponsored by them. The extent of my contact with BYD is I went to their booth at Fully Charged in England. I don't think I talked to any of the reps. I just shot a stand-up with Lars from Best in Tesla. That was a lot of fun. I also went into the Tesla pop-up that was at the same event, and I bought a mug. I still have it, and I cherish it greatly. But I would also say those people have not given me anything. They haven't given me a hat. They haven't given me a ticket. So what did I miss? What did I misunderstand? Leave it. Thank you all for your support. It means the world to me. There's so many ways you can do it, and it's how I'm able to do all this great stuff. So stay tuned, stay juicy, and I cannot wait to hear from you clever robots from CES, perhaps.